Pitter patter, let's get at her. It's hockey on a Friday afternoon here in Winnipeg. The Withrow Park Knights and the NL Selects. The Knights, winners yesterday here at the Keith Bodley. The Selects will start Maggie Jones in goal, and I believe the Knights they'll have Wong along with Yan up front as it's dumped into the Knights corner. First one on it, Maya Shapiro. Played around the wall for Morgan Wong. Scored in yesterday's contest as this gets wheeled out. Poked ahead to Olivia Garrido. Garrido pressured now by Brooke Lannon and Allie Spencer. Nice job here by Lannon to keep things to the outside. Wong trying to free it up for the Knights as well. The ball kicked free, and that went through the crease area. Jones able to track it as it goes to the far side. Kept in near the blue line as that one was fired in wide by by Shapiro. This gets kicked out courtesy of Hardy, and now the NL Selects will try and squeeze in a change as the Knights turn it right back. Olivia Garrido puts that on, and Maggie Jones gets the cover. We believe Sydney Lobo is in net for the Knights, although she's listed as wearing number 30 on our roster. They do not have a number 1. So we do apologize as this one gets dropped inside NL Selects defensive zone territory. A quick chip there by Ruby Hayes, who had herself quite a game yesterday. She picked up a goal. It was all over as Hayes made quite an impact. Jones deflects this one into the corner. Hustling, trying to get it freed up now for a teammate is Renee Faulkner. As this gets chipped all the way down, the Selects trying to drive to the net. Passes there, chipped in front, and a nice stop by the Knights goaltender. As we watch the replay here, it's just good speed by the Selects, and then driving to the net is Grace Goodyear, and Goodyear's able to get a backhander away, but a good stop by the goaltender. Back underway here at the Keith Bodley as the Knights Alyssa Jones, the Knights Kimber Young. Watches as this one gets to the blue line, now played out. The Selects will get it as far as the red line and make their way in. Julia Butler, nice move. Butler makes a move and a nice stop there by the goaltender. Bouncing ball, kicked to the blue line, kept in by Spencer. Directed away one-handed by the Knights. That is Megan Coburn. This gets chipped up the wall, unable to get it out. As we have 2 number 13s listed. We believe that is Bartsiokas. As this gets freed up along the wall, the Knights try to direct it towards the center lane. They can't. It's off a leg, and nice job there by Maggie Jones to chip it into the corner off the big paddle. Maggie shoot along the wall, can't free it up, and played right back in, courtesy of the Knights. As now they back off. The Selects trying to come away. Shoot had to deflect behind her, scooping it up. Babatsikos deflects it in. Knights first on it. Slick move, shot coming, and Maggie Jones makes the stop for the Selects. 8:39 to go, opening period. Want to thank the wonderful volunteers for all that they do to make these events possible, and want to thank the officials as well. Without the refs, we wouldn't have games, and that would be a shame. As this gets dumped all the way down, hustling onto it is Alyssa Jones. Jones pressured by Gosling. Nice dish out to center lane, and now the Knights are away, getting to settle it down. But putting that shot on from distance, it's easily handled by Jones. 8:19 remains in period number 1. Jones, Wong, and Brianna Yon will stay out for the Knights. Face off, Jenny Simpson. It's going to get waived. And so in comes Haley Ryan. Ryan does a good job to win it back. A little help from Brooke Lannon, and nice reversal. Hits a stanchion. Gunning for it now is Hardy. Kept alive by the Knights as they played into the far corner. Hustling is Allie Spencer. She's going to chip this one out to neutral zone territory. Bouncing ball just about caught the Knights defender on her back foot. Sarah Rollins, though, with a good defensive play. Bought enough time to get her team back as Jenny Simpson trying to center. Shot coming. Stopped in front, and Simpson with a shot also turned away. Couple of big stops by the Knights goaltender with 7:43 to go in the first, still scoreless. This one gets bounced right on, and that'll get a whistle. We'll take a break, come back with more ball hockey here on AOTV. The NL Selects lost the draw as Ruby Hayes makes her way up, taken away by Hayes, and this one bounces towards center. Nice job there by the Selects to poke this one in. Rachel Hardy. A little help there from Jenny Simpson, but they're going to call offside. It's a good battle here in the center lane. It gets chipped up, and it's knocked out before it was brought in over the blue line, and that's why we get the offside whistle. Play back underway with 7:19 to go. Bouncing ball knifed back by Guy. Played towards the front of the goal by Sarah Chung. Centering pass through the wickets and to the near side. A little room now for Goodyear. Goodyear just chipped it up, hoping to catch a bounce for Molly Gill. It does eventually find Gill, who overran it. Drops it off. Little space for Cassie Drover. Drover put that one into the corner. Off the stick of Chung. Backhanding that one towards the goal. It misses as it deflected off a body. Good job by the Selects to collapse down and pick it up. Nothing to the net, though. The Knights are doing a great job sealing off all the angles. 6:35 to go. Whipped across and hustling over. Kimber Young. Young trying to get that one up for Hayes. Unable to connect, and now this gets deflected towards the goal crease and bounced off the side of the net. That was a good attempt by Grace Goodyear of the Selects. Steamrolling off the bench is Ashley Haley as it gets down low for Kendra Hiptich. Good ball protection here by Hiptich, who wheels it all the way back to the point. Dishes over, point shot coming, and that got through, but it was wide off the stick of Haley. Hiptich knocked down, ball kind of follows her. It gets rimmed around now by Coburn. The Selects keep it in. They've sawed the floor in half here and have some good pressure, but the Knights are not letting anything get to the front of the goal. Now Hiptich will try and put a spinning shot there and fired it wide, bounced out right in front, and it's a giveaway by the Knights. Another attempt perhaps here from Hiptich, and that's into the glove. Good pressure by the Selects, but a nice glove stop by the goaltender. As we watch this one get cleared right to Kendra Hiptich. She's able to wind up, but then the seas parted, and the goaltender Lobo, we believe, allowed to watch that one easily. Go into the glove for a whistle. Scoreless here with 5:24 to go. Gets poked out now as the Knights tried to transition, unable. Babatsikos trying to play it in deep and can't. It's Bartsikioak putting that one on goal, and that'll get stopped. Angelina wearing number 13, and they have Cassidy Smith Robinson wearing 13 as well. This gets flipped out to neutral territory, hustling back Maya Shapiro. Bounced out to neutral territory yet again, and this one will get loose, we believe, for the Knights. Knocked down, shot coming, swung and missed, rebound. That's off a stick as Vicky Babatsikos couldn't get that one fired. Brooke Hiptich knocked down the person in front of her, and now this gets wheeled out through center. Trying to play it in deep. Anna Gosling. The Knights will look to get a controlled breakout going here. Garrido through center lane. Nice little rush forming here as Lilybell O'Reilly was able to angle off her check, and now a touch pass by Hardy has Simpson away with speed. Simpson drops it off. Nice pass, and that was just behind Hardy. Now a centering pass broken up, centered again. Ball loose in the slot. Ball unable to be found by a Select. It's cleared by the Knights. Wong breaks free. Garrido unable to get her the pass as she just lays it down low. Faulkner up on the near side for Hardy. Dumped right back in. Nice job there by Faulkner to break it up. And out through the far side right in front of the Knights bench comes Simpson. She lays it to the open side. Wong chips it in. Morgan Wong hustles after it as Simpson reverses looking for Guy. Knocked down by a glove. Rachel Hardy gives this one away. Good pinch in there by Brianna Yon. To the blue line, kept in by Sarah Rollins for the Knights. The other number 12, Jamie Guy, pins her opponent to the wall. 3 minutes to go in the period. Kicked out in front, knifed away. And the Selects get it to the blue line and not out. The Knights now starting to saw the Selects in half a little bit here, as now a great breakout's got Simpson away. Hardy had to change, so Simpson just fires it in, and that'll get a whistle. 2:35 to go. Good pushes by both the Knights and the Selects. Remains scoreless here in the first period. Game 2 of 4 to wrap up this day at the Keith Bodley. Tomorrow, myself and our fine crew will be at the Iceplex starting at 9 a.m. and going until 8:30. But the way that we've had delays here, we might be there till midnight. As this gets bounced off a stick and out of play, face-off will come outside. Into the center lane, it's Cassie Drover who wins it back. Picked that one away from Sarah Chung as the Knights are able to bounce it to the red line, not out. Chance for Goodyear. That one's fired into the glove and stopped. We'll get a whistle and we'll take a break here on AOTV. Action back underway as we wait for the opening goal. Here goes Ruby Hayes. She had it taken away. Chung trying to get it back for the Knights, unable. The Selects in onside. Stick goes flying on a good defensive check, and away goes Hayes. Hayes has that taken away by Faulkner. This one gets ripped just wide by Julia Butler. Faulkner winds up, shoots. That's off the shoulder and out of play. Had a chat with Renee Faulkner prior to today's game. She helped with some of the pronunciations. And it's nice that she took off those very nice aviators for this game, as you don't want to wreck those. So no shades, but one heck of a shot gets the Selects an offensive zone faceoff. Cleanly won by the Knights to the point. That one just gets past the stick of Lily Bell O'Reilly, and Faulkner lays it back out to neutral territory. Poked away from Shoot, and in comes Bartziokis. Again, the Knights are able to keep this one in. Gunning for it now is Babatsikos. Trying to get free is Lily Bell O'Reilly. She gets dumped, played in front, and with a minute to go, the Selects will break out. Through the neutral zone comes Julia Butler. She's got Shoot with her. She gets on side and waits for some more help. Overrunning it, though, was Julia Thomas. As now Thomas and Shoot will hustle in. Good defense, though. What a sweet move that was for Shapiro, and now she's going to wheel all the way up. Look at her fly. She gets to the blue line and dumps it in. Great defensive play by Shapiro, as this gets the Knights a little offensive zone territory. This one gets turned over in the defensive zone of the Selects. 20 seconds left in the period. Still scoreless, but the Knights with the ball trying to get a little something going. The Selects break that up and they come away. Nice exit here. 10 seconds left. It is Shoot trying to get something, but she got taken down, and a penalty behind the play. They're going to call the trip. The back official made the call, as with 6 seconds left. A bit of a tough pill to swallow if you're the Knights on that call coming at the end of the period, as we just missed catching the infraction. Nonetheless, it will be a 2-minute minor for tripping, so the Selects go to the power play. Face-off one by the Selects towards the goal, taken away, and that's going to do it for the opening period. Scoreless here after one. We'll take a break and come back. Welcome back inside the Keith Bodley Arena in Winnipeg. My name is Dave Anthony. I want to thank a very helpful supporter of the Withrow Park Knights for helping with some of the roster questions that we had. I can let you know that Cassidy Smith Robinson wearing number 6, Hannah Longley now wearing number 15. And it is Sydney Lobo in net wearing number 1 as Lobo makes her big save to keep this scoreless in the early part of the second period. Towards the goal now, courtesy of Lannon. It's blocked. As it ends up all the way back out for Faulkner. Faulkner puts it towards the goal. Shot coming, and that one whistled wide of the glove of Lobo off the stick of Jenny Simpson. Faulkner's got it again, trying to feed over. Power play well underway, but poked away, and now out with steam comes Brianna Yon. Pressure by Yon, but a good job here by Faulkner to wheel all the way up. Good speed by Faulkner gets them into the offensive zone where they can set up. There's Cassidy Drover, back to Faulkner to Drover. Drover with 2 defenders staring her down. She fakes the shot, goes over to Faulkner. Faulkner cross pass off a leg and behind of Lobo. Good shot by Simpson, but it was a good block in front by Sarah Rollins. Sweeping back around as that pass was in the feet of Lannon. It gets to the blue line, and that's cleared the length of the floor by Olivia Garrido. The Knights have 20 seconds left to kill here as the Selects try and make their way up into the offensive zone. And now that floating blue line comes into play as Maggie Shute drops it off. Shot coming, rebounds there. Shot wide and tipped in front, but it's deflected away instead of directed towards the goal. Good keep in here by Spencer. As the power play comes to an end, we could have a bit of a break. Hustling onto it is Batbatsikos. As Batbatsikos gets knocked down, play allowed to continue as Batbatsikos fights back a little bit. Nicely done there by Vicky Batbatsikos. And now we're going to get a penalty, I believe, to the Selects. It will be to the NL Selects when they touch the ball. As Wong keeps it to the outside, trying to drive around. It gets poked free, and this will be the first power play for the Withrow Park Knights. 2 minutes and 32 seconds gone in the period. And I believe it will be Maggie Shute. Or no, pardon me, it'll be Ashley Haley that goes. So a 5-on-4 opportunity to try and open the scoring here as it's still Bagels. 2:32 in. It is just a 2-minute penalty. So after killing off a power play, the Knights will go to work on a man advantage. Shapiro for McSweeney. Swept to the point by Hayes. Walking in. Jones puts it on, and Maggie Jones stops Alyssa Jones. I don't think there's a relation. Jones is a pretty common last name. But you never know in this crazy world. Offensive zone faceoff for the Knights. Kept in nicely here by Alyssa Jones. On to Maggie Jones, another stop, and this gets cleared out and down the length of the floor with 9 minutes to go in the second period. Hustling back, Shapiro surveys the scene. Cassidy Smith Robinson watching as Ruby Hayes overran it, and Hayes a little frustrated as this gets cleared all the way down. Behind the goal again for the Knights to reset. Scoreless as the power play approaching just a minute left. This gets played in, and Hayes got spun around and didn't touch it, so it's going to be flooring against the Knights. And this has not been a good power play for Withrow Park as they kind of stutter step their way through this advantage. 2 more games yet here on this floor today. In the U19 boy category, here in the U19 girls, it's scoreless. Face-off won back by Bartsiokas. And away comes Babetsikos. Babetsikos knocks her player down, and she is going to take the penalty for it. And Babetsikos cannot believe it. It's going to be a rough. As let's check a look on this replay here is we only catch the tail end of it, but Babetsikos will head to the penalty box with 8:15 to go in the second period. As the temperature rises a few degrees. We do remember that it is August long weekend here in Winnipeg. Terry Fox Day will be on Monday. That is what we celebrate here in Manitoba. And I believe this tournament will wrap up before then, so all the teams will be traveling back on Monday. Here, scoreless with 8:05 to go. Both teams hollering out instructions as this gets directed towards Lobo. It ends up going wide. There's a collision in the corner. Centering pass. Nice little give and go. And Pitchfork just high. That one bounces out in front. Good little connection there from Goodyear and Simpson. As Simpson tries to spin off, Goodyear frees it up. But away comes the Knights. They get it as far as center. That's turned back as Bartsiokas couldn't get it away. And Hannah Longley will wait on the near side as the Knights are now short-handed. Longley just plays this down. And that'll be a flooring penalty. I'm pretty sure that the Knights were on the penalty kill when that got dumped down. But nonetheless, it looks like a face-off is coming up with 7:26 to go and a $1.11 in the minor to Babetsikos. Face-off to the left of Lobo. Dropped and won back by the Selects. Faulkner, half wall. Butler back to Faulkner. Faulkner pressured, and that ball ends up in the ceiling area as Faulkner has to back all the way off. Good pressure there by Garrido. As this gets played into Knights territory, a little bit of time and fired the length of the floor by the Knights defender. 40 seconds left in the penalty. That was a good clear by by number 16. As this gets dumped down, Maggie Jones will leave it. Renee Faulkner will wheel up. Everybody watching Faulkner and what she's going to do. She goes to the wide side, but the feet of the captain just on the wrong side of the blue line, and that'll get a whistle with 8 seconds to go in the power play. 6:23 to go in the second period. Still scoreless here in period 2. Face off outside the blue line of the Knights. One to the open side, hustling over, but a good defensive stick. The Selects are able finally to play it in. Rollins, as the penalty expires, centering pass and chip just wide by Hardy. 6 minutes to go, back to 5-on-5 as Ruby Hayes chips, and Hayes just about freed herself up for a breakaway. Good back check though by Guy. And now the Selects come away, might be a 3-on-1. Little back pass has Hardy in, but she's offside. Let's watch this bouncing. Well, we had a bouncing ball. Just about get into the crease area, but bounced wide by the Selects, so it remains scoreless. 5:45 to go. Face-off won back by Hiptich, who took a shot in the helmet. Kendra Hiptich did. She shakes it off and goes in on the forecheck. Trying to break it up from Cassidy Smith-Robinson. Gets clear to the far side. McSweeney off the wall looking for Hayes. Hayes hustling onto it. Ruby Hayes stops on a dime. Looks for an outlet. Goes to the point. Misfired there by Shapiro, and it comes back out the other way. Here's a nice move by Butler. Butler in. The Selects well offside, and almost too many players on the floor. And this will be flooring with 5:06 to go in the second period. Lots of neutral zone play and a lot of one and dones for both sides, as the offensive zone passing has left something to be desired for the coaching staff here, I'm sure. As Tom Bartsiokis as well as Mike Hiptich watch on from their respective benches. Anna Gosling battling along the wall, taken away by the Knights. Knocked down by the glove of Faulkner, and that is a glove pass. Faulkner doesn't think so, but the rule book does, so the rule book's going to win that one. With 4:51 to go. Face off outside the blue line of the NL Selects. Julia Thomas makes her way in, tries to win it forward past Brianna Yon. The Knights will take it into the offensive zone. Wheeling in is Alyssa Jones. Watching over her is Garrido. Garrido now will pressure Faulkner, who's able to steamroll her way away. Gosling out to center, not out. Nice dive by Faulkner to keep it away from Wong. Wong centering pass through the legs and eventually pitchforked out to the neutral zone and clearing the zone. Hustling onto it. Jones, cross. Nice move here. Sends Shapiro away. Shapiro has it lifted out of her reach, and now the Selects, Gosling along with Brooke Hiptich, force it down deep with 4 minutes to go. Still scoreless, second period, kept in by the Selects. Shot towards the goal, wide of the blocker of Lobo. Around the wall, kept in by the Selects. Molly Gill. Molly drops it back down for Simpson. Trying to center that pass. Good clear by the Knights, and they're off now as there's a little chip and chase. Hustling onto it is Babatsokos, as here comes the Selects again back the other way. Haley Ryan centering pass onto the tape. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Could the Selects, and now it's out again. Babatsokos chips, and now she's off. Got a little help in the form of Hannah Longley. But a good back check by Jenny Simpson breaks that up. As into the corner it goes, stolen. As Bartsiokis played it to the open side and ends up back at the point. Kimber Young fires that on, hit a stick and went wide. Picked up by Guy. Jamie Guy lifts this one out. Trying to get control of it is Simpson. Simpson pushing forward, but a great back check by Megan Coburn. As this one gets filtered out. Bartsiokis makes her way in, plays it in deep. Good cutoff there by Ashley Haley as Bartsiokis and Haley go in into the corner. Sharp angle shot stopped by Maggie Jones. Big rebound, poked away. And Haley will get it to a teammate who gets it out and down. Will it have enough for flooring? It will, as it's a ball and this is concrete, and it will roll substantially. 2:05 to go, second period, still scoreless. The Knights, couple of chances though, maybe turning something up. They're going to send out McSweeney along with Smith Robinson and Ruby Hayes. Cassidy Drover will come to take the face-off, wins it back to her defense. Brooke Lannon tangled up now. Lannon's able to fight free, and now Lannon wheels up. That one's going to go off the foot of Goodyear and down. They will not call flooring here as Rollins in a battle along the wall comes away with it, trying to flip it out, but picked off by the Selects. Knocked down and into open territory, but it's the Knights that come away with it. 95 seconds left, second period. Hustling is McSweeney. This one gets rimmed around. Time for Rachel Hardy, and she ends up giving it away. Shot high and wide by 16 for the Knights. This gets bounced up the wall and chipped. Taken away, and here comes the Knights. Just poked out of the dangerous hands of Cassidy Smith Robinson, and that'll be flooring against the Selects. 1:04 to go, still scoreless here. Second period of action in the very warm Keith Bodley Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We're thankful you're joining us here on AOTV. Face-off taken by Kendra Hiptich of the Selects. She wins it back as Jan watches this one come around. Now Jan waits for the ball to find her, and it just about did in a dangerous spot. Hiptich steals though, pokes this out, and that's off of the stick of Maggie Schutz and out of play. Another whistle here with 49 seconds to go in the period. Approaching 6 o'clock local time. Coming up, the New Tech Extreme and Pacific Coast, followed by Team Sask and the NL Selects. This one gets chipped over the goaltender, Lobo, and now bouncing it off the side of the goal and out in front. And Lobo's there, and an extra shot from Julia Butler is going to cost her a slashing penalty. Butler with that extra poke at the hand of Lobo, as the NL Selects in the crowd don't like it any more than the NL Selects on the floor. But the Knights will have a 4-minute power play as there's just 37 seconds left. The timeout called, and we'll take a break. It is scoreless in the second period here on AOTV. Back here at the Keith Bodley Iceplex. Just kidding, it's hot in here as this gets knocked just wide. The Knights trying to get something going here on the power play as this ball gets lifted out, kept in by Shapiro. Wong with time running out. Wong puts it towards the goal. Maggie Jones stops that one. Intercepted and down the floor. And we got a foot race. Hustling, arms a-waving. Maya Shapiro gets there ahead of her numerical counterpart, Jenny Simpson. But Simpson's going to do a good job to just eat the rest of the clock. And we will get through 2 periods without a goal between the NL Selects and the Withrow Park Knights. So we'll take a break and come back with the third period here on AOTV. Third period about to get underway at the Keith Bodley Arena in Winnipeg. Scoreless between the Knights and the Selects. Dave Anthony on the microphone. Taylor running the camera. As this gets poked towards Jones. Swept on by Wong and stopped by Maggie Jones. Power play. Continuing on here as this gets poked free. Simpson just onside. She's taken down, and we're going to get a penalty. As the Selects were able to break this up in the neutral zone, Simpson chips it free and would have been potentially offside, but we see the trip on the Knights, and that's what gets us to 4-on-4 for 2 full minutes. 11:37 remains in the period. Face off in the Knights territory to the right of Sydney Lobo. Shot on and controlled again by the Selects. Trying to wheel around now. Good pressure, but Haley Ryan shakes the check. The Knights will take this and lift this high into the neutral zone. Knocked down, and shot coming by Brooke Lannon. That misses everything. Spinning back now with a little time is Megan Coburn. She has her pocket picked by Gill. Gill centers. Big stop by Lobo as she turns away Ryan. Shot coming from the point. Again, another block shot in front and cleared from the danger zone. Trying to get free. Coburn muscled her way. The ball, though, refuses to come on the other side of center. As we have 4-on-4 here. Wong had her pocket picked, and in comes the NL Selects again. Knocked down there was Lannon as she played it in deep. The Knights now will break out. Good controlled breakout here by the Knights. Hayes got taken out as she bounces right back up. And now the Knights chip it in, trying to get a little space, but a hustle play there by Simpson keeps it to the outside. And now here come the Selects. Great move by Simpson and all the way in. Jenny Simpson slides and has the ball poked away, and here come the Knights. Hayes backhands this one up through neutral territory. Firing that one on is Olivia Garrido, wearing number 16. Jasmine Wilson-Slater wearing number 18 for the Knights. Here's number 12, Sarah Rollins, putting that one on, and that deflects off of a stick and out of play. I believe that was Cassidy Smith-Robinson in the slot. 2:15 gone, final period, scoreless, 4-on-4 for 8 more seconds. And then the power play will resume again for the Selects. Smith-Robinson, as this shot goes high over the blocker's side, directed towards the goal again, as the Knights will go back to the power play here. As this one gets knocked all the way down the floor, the Selects will get a change. Hustling back, Olivia Garrido. Bouncing this one. Eventually getting to the stick there of Smith-Robinson. Taken away from her, though, and wheeling back is Allie Spencer. Hayes takes it away from Spencer. Nice sliding defensive play there by Gracie Goodyear. As this one hits a stick, it ends up out of play. Still scoreless with 9:03 to go. Lobo and Maggie Jones not blinking yet. Face off outside the blue line of the NL Selects. Knifed in again as Allie Spencer knocked her player down. This gets lifted to the blue line, kept in, and now fired high over the goal. Cheeky play there by Babatsikos to almost put one home. Now a sharp angle shot is stopped and ends up getting kicked out in front and put down the floor, and that'll do it for the power play. Hustling off the bench, Maggie Shute. Shute plays that around. It's intercepted by Alyssa Jones. Jones up the wall. Hannah Longley trying to get that up for a teammate. Bartsiokis knocks her player down as the ball ends up near the blue line and out. Chipped, and hustling onto it was Simpson. The Knights will try and catch the Selects on a change here as the Knights are well offside. Bartsiokis brought it in. Babatsikos couldn't get out. And with 8 minutes to go in the period, another whistle and a face-off in a scoreless game. Coming up next here on AOTV, it'll be the New Tech Extreme against Pacific Coast. As this ball gets as far as center now, it's pitchforked in. To the blue line and kept alive momentarily by the Knights. Trying to get this one free, and now to the blue line, kept in. Shot coming from Kimber Young, doesn't reach the goal, and breaking out now comes Molly Gill. Gill into the offensive zone. Tried to find the late trailer there. Good defensive stick by Brooke Hipditch, who didn't get the pass but fought to get the ball back for her club. As now Hipditch has to retreat as Faulkner heads back into the defensive zone. Firing that one right onto the stick of Brooke Hipditch, chipped away from her. And through neutral territory is Brianna Yon. Yon, nice move. Yon trying to cut in. Jones waited just long enough for that ball to find her, and Jones pounces on it with 6:52 left in a scoreless third period. Jones will watch this faceoff get dropped to her right. Swept back by Drover. She's been very good in the faceoff circle today. Julia Butler chips it up the wall. Could be a 2-on-1 for the Selects. Hustling through is Drover. Drover slammed on the brakes and taken away beautifully by Sarah Rollins. A bouncing ball knocked down nicely here by McSweeney. Chipping it in, and good defense again by Lannon. She has been a star tonight as Lannon plays this along the wall. Trying to keep it in was Garrido. It's chipped out, and away comes Drover. Drover drops it off. Shot coming, doesn't reach. Rebound. Great stop by Lobo. Butler brings it back towards the blue line, dumps it back down low. Player all alone in front for the Selects. The shot coming. Stopped by the shoulder as Guy turned away. Another shot for the Selects, loose in front. And now tipped, I believe that hit Kendra Hipditch and ends up behind the goal. Centering pass broken up by Ruby Hayes. Here goes Hayes to center it in. 5:50 to go, scoreless as the Selects come a little closer. Stretch pass hits the intended target as Gosling pressured. She's going to give it away. Babatsikos drives the net, shoots, and that's high over the blocking arm. Comes all the way back around to the near side. The Selects block it at the blue line. Second effort, though, from Shapiro. Keeps the Knights in business as that one gets into the corner. Haley spun off there by Babatsikos. Bartsiokis waits in front. Shot doesn't come from the point. Babatsikos with Hannah Longley also in the offensive zone. 5 minutes to go now, third period. Wheeled around is good seal there by the Knights. They walk in, shot loose in the slot area, but played away. And the Selects will floor this one as Maggie Jones makes a couple of nice stops. As we see a great seal on the wall here by the Knights defender. Then she just puts it on goal, and the original stop is made, and the ball was loose momentarily, but it's cleared away, and the Selects survive that rush from the Knights as both teams punch and then counter punch. Trying to find the opening salvo here in this third period. This gets played out in front. It's going to end up onto the goaltender. Good tie up by Lily Bell O'Reilly in front as Jasmine Wilson Slater tried to fight to the front. Timeout coming here for the Selects, and we'll take a break. Still scoreless on AOTV. .440 to go, third period. The Knights and the Selects back and forth. As a shot coming from the point, glove down and into the corner. Haley trying to make a play on it. Good second effort here by Jan, and Haley's able to poke it away. Haley knocked off Jan without taking a penalty as the Knights keep this one in momentarily. Blocked, and now here comes the Selects. Hustling is Simpson. Simpson shoots that one wide. Simpson started that play with a block, and now we're going to get a tripping penalty here. And I think there might have been an inadvertent kick on the Selects player. As let's take a peek here. As the play comes around, it's going to be Holly Ryan that gets tangled up, and yeah, she kind of got tangled up in the feet of the Knights player that she took down. So the Knights with a golden opportunity here to break a scoreless tie. And as we learned yesterday, there's no overtime, which does delight some people, and it does not delight other people. Jan in the faceoff wins it forward. The Selects are able to grab it, trying to spin off the pressure of Wong, and good keeping there at the blue line by Garrido. Shot coming, blocked fearlessly by Lannon. Selects watching, it comes right across. Played out in front, it's loose, and Wong couldn't get a stick on it for a shot. Loose ball now in the slot, kicked away. Will be kept alive by Rollins. Rollins gets a foot on this one, but it's not going to be enough as this one's down the sheet. Hustling back is Garrido. Bouncing ball ends up just out of the reach of Jasmine Wilson Slater. Into the feet of Molly Gill, Selects forward, who's battling now with a couple of Knights. Knights are going to win that one, but Molly Gill's not giving up. She's still pushing forward, as there's a heck of a battle between Gill and Rollins. As this ball ends up bouncing towards the blue line, it's finally picked up by Wilson Slater. As Wilson Slater makes her way in, trying to puck protect with the ball, mind you, from Allie Spencer. Spencer, though, gets the ball and whips it down. Under 3 to go in a scoreless third. 40 seconds left in the power play. Tripping the call to Hallie Ryan. This one gets poked out to neutral territory. Drover watches this one get bounced off of a teammate and out. And one lucky fan will go home with a game ball. And he threw it back. That's awfully neighborly. 2:34 to go. As we see a little bit of love here in Winnipeg, courtesy of The NL Select U19 boys watching their counterparts from the 19 girls get this to the blue line, but not out. That shot whistled wide. Rebound. Shot just wide as well. McSweeney couldn't get a handle on it. We're back to even. It's 5-on-5 as this one's kept in at the blue line. Coburn walks in. Ball doesn't get to the net. Chipping and chasing now as the Selects are off to the races. Just overrunning it, though, was Julia Butler. Now Butler settles it down, but the Knights are back. Butler slashes this one over to open territory. McSweeney caught, taken away by Simpson. Simpson puts that one wide of the glove of Lobo. Good ball protection there by Coburn. As this one gets swept up to the near side, poked out and down. Hustling back was the Selects, and now Simpson watches this one get past her for flooring with $1:23 to go in a scoreless third period. Will the Selects take a timeout here with the offensive faceoff? Looks like they're setting up a play. Head coach Mike Hiptich, Shannon Fahey keeping an eye now as this one gets one back. Spencer keeps the play alive. Good job by the Knights to close out, and now knocked down in this at the blue line, and the Knights supporters want to call. Play continues as we approach 1 minute remaining in a scoreless game. This one gets to the blue line, swept right back in by Lannon. Simpson sweeps off and now looks for an outlet, pressured by Hayes. Pardon me, that's Shapiro. His centering pass is broken up. It ends up all the way to the near side as this gets poked out and down the ice. Down the sheet, pardon me. Hammered right back in. A little bit of time. Shot into the feet, and 35 seconds left. The ball gets cleared all the way down for Shapiro. Hammered across for Jones. Jones has to be careful. She just lays this one out to center, where Bapatsikos is waiting. She puts it on. Jones will cover, and Jones thought about playing it, but maybe thought a little better of it. Gets the cover. Coming up next, New Tech Extreme U19 boys against the Pacific Coast. And we'll have a timeout here at the Keith Bodley. We'll take a break. Still scoreless. Back here at the Keith Bodley. 17 seconds left. Offensive zone faceoff for the Knights. They try and push to crack the scoreless draw. They had a player in front and just couldn't get her the ball. Now it's loose along the wall. Centered, swung and missed. Final seconds are going to take away. And we will have a shutout for Jones and a shutout for Lobo. And a tie game between the Knights and the Selects. And what was a very close, tight checking contest, it ends in a scoreless draw here at the Keith Bodley Arena. I'm Dave Anthony. Thanks for joining us. We have more ball hockey on the way, so stick around. You won't want to miss it. Coming up on AOTV.